Hey folks, Mike here, and I just got out of my viewing of Venom, Let There Be Carnage, or Venom 2, whichever you want to call it, and this is just my quick initial thoughts on the film without really dwelling and thinking about it much. Literally just saw it, came home, and here I am recording my thoughts right now. So I guess it's kind of like a mini review in a way. It's going to be all over the place though, because there is no structure to this. I'm hopping right in front of the computer, recording my thoughts as they come to my head. So, Venom: Let There Be Carnage. And I saw the first Venom movie, and it was fine. It was fine. It was a movie. I didn't really have any strong feelings towards it. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I liked it. It was fine. If anything from that movie, what I absolutely adored about it was Eddie and Venom's relationship, that dynamic, that the banter they had. I loved the whole buddy movie feel that Venom had. And this is where I think like your enjoyment of the second movie hangs in the balance, whether if not you enjoyed that about Venom, because in Venom 2 there's more of that and then some. There's a lot more of that banter, of that relationship, of that dynamic. They took that part of it. They're like, we're going to just do more of that. And we're just going to ramp it up even more. We want the movie to be dominated by this relationship. And that's fine, because that's what I loved about the first one. And because of that, I definitely enjoyed Venom 2 a lot more than the first Venom movie. And that's not the only reason. There's a lot of reasons. One of the biggest reasons is Cletus Cassidy and Woody Harrelson playing Cletus Cassidy. Because of that, because in this movie, Cletus has purpose. He's actually developed. He has motivations in this one, unlike the villain in the first movie. I see, and the fact that I can't remember the damn character's name, that CEO who ends up, becoming Riot, and it was just a black symbiote versus a very silverish gray symbiote, and it was all this. He couldn't even tell what was going on, nor did you care, because that character had nothing to do. He had nothing to do in that movie. And this one is different. Cletus is a full developed character. He's very much a villain. He's very insane, like you would expect Cletus Cassidy to be. But Woody Harrelson, I thought, does a nice job in this movie. And I was a little on the fence on Woody Harrelson being cast in this role. And I don't really know what to expect from Cletus Cassidy, honestly, because I'll be honest with you, I'm not the biggest Carnage fan. I like Carnage. He looks cool, but I could take it or leave it with Carnage. But I liked what Woody Harrelson did here. The character, the portrayal he decided to do for Cletus was, I thought, pretty on point. It worked for me. I like that he was a little more reserved. He was a little more calm, collective, calculated, I think is a good word here. And I liked how Woody decided to go with this character. And they got rid of that awful wig from Venom 1. They gave him definitely a better hairdo here. But so I will give them that. But the performances overall were really great. Tom Hardy is so good. Tom Hardy's good in everything. Let's be real. Tom Hardy is the man in everything he touches. That dude puts 100% in everything he does, and he just knocks it out of the park here. He was absolutely outstanding. Woody Harrelson, great. Naomi Harris as Shriek. I didn't even know Shriek was in this movie until literally yesterday, where I caught some little TV spot with her in it, because I don't really watch the trailers as much. I only watched the first ever trailer for this movie. And so I was very surprised to see Shriek in it. And I'm glad she's in it, because she is the key to Cletus here. And his entire purpose of this film, mostly. So I'm glad she was there, and she was great. Michelle Williams is great in everything. She was absolutely outstanding as Anne. It was great to have her back. The actress playing Miss Chen, she was wonderful as always, the grocery store clerk. So the performances, fantastic. I actually thought they were really good. They all worked for me. Venom, I just love how they write Venom in this. I just love how he sounds. I love how he speaks. I love the words that come out of his mouth. I love the banter between him and Eddie. I love that relationship. I love that bromance. It's very much a bromance. And it definitely works. It works for me. It's not going to work for everybody because some people just don't see Venom that way. If you're someone who's very much into his like, Spider-Man origins, yeah, but this is obviously a different thing, and it was good. It was good. The 90 plus minute runtime, I think it clocked in around 95, 97 minutes. I think that was a point of contention for many people. Saying the movie's too short, and you can't say the movie's too short. You can't say the movie's too long without actually seeing the movie first. Because, the runtime is, that's what they feel gives them the best movie. And in this instance, it's a good runtime. It works. The movie moves. It moves. It starts and it doesn't stop. There's no wasted scenes here. There's no wasted minutes, no wasted seconds. Every scene is important. Every piece of dialogue is important. It just works the length of this movie. Too long, then it overstays its welcome, but it's not too short. But if anything, the movie starts off a little slow, and it just slowly escalates into this beautiful third act of just two symbiotes, and it's beautiful. It's exactly how you would imagine Venom and Carnage fighting, because Carnage is fantastic. It's exactly how I would picture Carnage in live action, and he is wonderful. He is as brutal as you would expect, and has all the iconic Carnage imagery you find in the comics. Everything you can think of that you've seen in comics, it's in this movie in terms of Carnage's visuals. The design is great. He sounds great. I saw this in the Regal Cinemas RPX theater, so the audio was I love loud audio. The seats were shaking. And he sounded amazing. And so they did Carnage justice. They did him well. He was as I would hoped he would be, because especially coming from someone who's not a big Carnage fan, not the biggest Carnage fan, I liked what they did with the character. So it was very cool to see. Another point of contention was the movie wasn't R-rated, wasn't rated R, and because it is PG-13. And walking out of it, I initially thought and said, I kind of wish this was R. I would like to see some blood. I would like to see just really hammer home the brutality of Carnage. But then as I thought about it a little more on the ride home, I'm like, you know what? PG-13 is fine. It didn't need it. It didn't need blood. It didn't need limbs flying everywhere. It doesn't need it. It's not necessary. It's just all aesthetic stuff. It's not necessary to the story. Because you know what? Let's be real. When you see this movie, there's a body count. People die. There's a lot of people that die. There is a body count here. So that's all you need to really understand what you're dealing with when it comes to Carnage here. But you know what? I had a fun time with this movie. I did. It's not even close to the top 10 of best comic book films, but this was a damn good time. I had a lot of fun with it. Yeah, there's some stuff maybe I thought was a little too cheesy, especially when it comes to dialogue. There are some really cliche lines. There's definitely an element of just like kind of like, okay, kind of roll your eyes a little bit. Okay, whatever. There's definitely a section in the movie I wasn't the biggest fan of. It was fine, but there's a section where like Venom is like at this club, and it wasn't a section of the movie I particularly was like too fond of, but it served a purpose, so I can't full on hate it. But this was a good time at the movies for me personally. Almost forgot this. Stay for the mid-credit scene. It is fantastic. It is unbelievable. I was smiling from ear to ear. And Oh, I'm very excited. I don't know what it means, but I am very excited. I'm not going to say what it is because if you're going to see the movie, I want you to experience it for yourself. Don't go online searching for what it is. Don't read what it is. Don't watch some stupid bootleg. Watch it for yourself because you will thank yourself for not spoiling, because the mid-credit scene is very good. It's very worth watching without getting spoiled. Trust me when I say that. But yeah, Venom: Let There Be Carnage. If you like the first movie, you're gonna like this one. If you did not like the first one, there's a very good chance you might not like this one, but I think there could be a slim chance that it could win you over, honestly. Like I said, I liked the first one. I thought it was fine. Didn't love it. Didn't hate it. I liked it enough for me to go see this one, and I'm glad I did, because this one was definitely an improvement in every way. So yeah, Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage. Give it a watch. And if you do watch it, please post in the comments your thoughts as well, whether you liked it or not. I love discussing movies. I love talking about these things. I would like to hear and read your thoughts on this film. Definitely. There'll be more of these as I see more movies this year. And there's going to be a ton more new movie content coming on this channel. This was predominantly a gaming channel because I stream on Twitch. But I want to turn my YouTube into something different, to something I'm passionate about. My Twitch channel, I'm passionate about gaming, but I'm more passionate about this stuff. This is stuff I've always wanted to do. And I said, screw it. I'm going to do it. This is a very disjointed review of the movie, but that's okay, because it's not, I'm just sitting here, I'm just bantering. I'm just ranting, and I'm having fun doing this already. I'm very excited for the future of this channel. So I hope you enjoyed this. So please, if you want to see more of this, please subscribe to this channel. It's going through a complete rebrand and restructuring. It's going to go under a new name, new everything, logo, all this stuff. It's in the works right now. We're going to have a bunch of other different types of shows for this channel coming down in the future. So this is just the start right now. This is very plain, as you see. There's no music, there's no graphics. I'm just talking here. So, but yeah, I appreciate you for watching if you did. So thank you so much, and have yourselves a great weekend. And if you go see Venom: Let There Be Carnage, please let me know your thoughts, because I really enjoyed it. And you know what? I hope you have a good time with it too. And if not, I would love to hear why not too, because I want to talk about it. But have yourselves a great weekend, and thank you for watching. Bye.